all you home repair enthusiasts and do-it-yourselfers. There's Papillion Home Depot in the parade. Look at that guy, another warm outfit right there.
Oh, wow.
Little Bob the Builder looking thing right there.
But, you know, without a store like the Home Depot, a lot of stuff doesn't get done, so.
And they're just up the road here. It wasn't hard for them to enter the parade. They are about 4 blocks to our north. Man, not even that. So here's another marching group. This is the Omaha Marching Panthers drill team. This is almost 20 years, 19 years for them. Let's listen to them. Man, those kids put on a lot of work. Yep, these drill teams have kids of all ages involved in them. You got these young children and middle schoolers, young adults.
And their founder, Carla Prince, wants to say a big thank you to Papillion Days and to the community. And we thank Carla for that.
That's a neat shot right there. As they march, and then march right by our cameraman there.
I think that shot compliments Kelly O'Malley, I believe.
A lot of work and energy goes into this.
Yeah, it's not just a bunch of people jumping around to a drum beat.
No, there's a lot of practice. Tori, hey, you're a drummer.
Yes,
right?
I am.
And you want to carry a set of toms through a parade? It's a lot of work.
Yeah, carrying a snare drum was tough enough. I can't imagine tri or quad toms. And they were speaking of the quad toms.
There's a great shot of them right there. Carry a bass drum, 15 blocks.
I did that actually for 1 year. Yeah, it's a unique experience. There you got a quick shot of Cox's new production truck, and I am envious. So we didn't have a truck like that when I was We had a truck, but it wasn't that one.
This again is the Omaha Marching Panthers.
Right.
Drill team coming down. You know, our neighbors just to the north. Great shot of the drummers.
There you got to look at the vehicle that is trailing. And when you have a drill team like this, you always got to have a trailing vehicle. Have spare equipment or parts. If something happens to one of the members, you want to be able to give them a ride.
Wow, they are really putting on a show right here in front of our broadcast location. They're getting.
You can see it. You ought to get out there with them, Darren.
Yeah, you know, I don't have that kind of rhythm. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, you might hear the crowd in the background reacting to that show that you put on.
Yeah, a lot of great crowd response there.
Coming up next is D&D Recycling. And again, this is another company. Where would we be without a place that would take our stuff to recycle it where we could reuse it, you know?
Yep, they are on 72nd Street and Highway 370, right, you know, Applewood Drive there. A great shot of them saying recycle your metals.
Yeah, just don't toss it out.
They cover both Nebraska and Iowa. You know what? Little known fact about them. Sounds a little bit like Cliff Clavin there. Little known fact, Norm. But they actually they do antiques and collectibles. They have for sale.
If you really want to get into the Cliff mood, you got to say Nom, not Norm.
Sorry.
Nom, Nommy. Don't ask me how I know that.
Look at that modified Chevy.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
I haven't seen rims that big in a long time.
But yeah, the D&D Recycling is just, they'll take your metals, ferrous, non-ferrous, copper, aluminum, brass. So yeah, just don't throw that stuff out in an empty lot or out into the rubbish.
Look at them. They're a parade entry. They're towing a 49 Chevy there.
Yeah.
Getting in the theme.
Campus Life, Omaha Youth for Christ. And they are a youth ministry. They've worked with many kids in the law in the area over its 48-year history. Fall Campus Life is starting for junior high students in the Papillion La Vista area. And they invite those students to come and join them. And that's them with that vintage fire truck.
Sarpy County Area Kiwanis Club. Kiwanis is a global organization, and they have, work here locally. Want to change the world one community at a time. Globally, act locally. Think globally, act locally. And they sponsor the Papillion La Vista South Key Club and the K-Kids Club in Bellevue Elementary School.
Well, it's starting to cool down a little bit, but the parade's still in full swing. It's really turned out to be a nice day here for the 65th Papillion Days Parade.
65 years, like the mayor mentioned. You don't get that without consistent effort out of lots of people in the community. Do something for 65 years. The College World Series is this same weekend, Tori.
That's
as
right.
Big sports fan as you are. How many years have they been around?
Here, let's see, 1950 to now is what?
I trick question. I don't know the answer. 66 years. They got Papillion Days by 1 year.
Yeah.
By 1 year. So, but yeah, it's not bad. People think College World Series is synonymous with Omaha. Almost the exact same time Papillion Days started, and it's synonymous with Papillion.
That's right.
So here's Papillion, the Dance Dynamics. And they're celebrating 65 years of Papillion Days. They want to thank Papillion for 65 years, and their performance today is dedicated to the troops who served during the fabulous 40s of World War II. And it's choreographed by the owner, Jennifer Woolman. This is their 10th anniversary for them. And again, they offer full service. You can see, that girl's excited. They offer ballet, tap, jazz. And again, for you hip-hop enthusiasts,
thank you.
They have contemporary, clogging. They have musical theater. They, full service of different dances you can learn. I have a few friends who are cloggers. Would be interested in something like that.
That's not easy. I've actually watched cloggers, and it's...
these girls are working very hard out there. You can see them dancing. A lot of calories get burned. Wow.
They're physically doing a salute to our troops, so...
You hear the crowd reacting.
But again, another situation where you can learn to do something and gain some confidence in yourself.
Yep.
And just feel good about what you do.
They're their supporters. I'm sure there's some proud moms in that group.
Probably some dancers themselves, even though the Dance Dynamics isn't old enough for them to have been part of that, but still, they go into the next generation.
And here's Methodist Physicians Clinic, and communities need quality health providers, and that's
without question.
Part of what Methodist Physicians Clinic's all about: family medicine, physical therapy, both, and they where the best care comes from the heart is their motto. There's a good shot of their sign.
Well, of course, Methodist, another very well-known name in this area.
Yep. Their clinic is just north here on 84th, Washington Street. There's a great shot of someone throwing candy. Just a handful of Tootsie Rolls. Just throw it out there.
Rip it.
Some of these kids get enough candy, they have a bag of candy at their house for a year. Refill it once a year.
I'd like to do a survey, get a grant to do research. How much candy is thrown in
a lot.
Papillion Day Parade?
As someone who has 2 small kids, I can tell you a lot. The next entry is the Cozy Little Cottage Daycare. They're just on 84th Street here, not far. They march right by their location. They want people to stop by or take a tour. A cozy atmosphere for their preschool program. It's next best place to home. Cozy Little Cottage.
And of course, another business from Papillion, though, that people want quality daycare for their kids.
Hey.
You just don't want to drop your kids off anywhere.
More and more, you get both parents working. You
Right.
see tons and tons of daycare providers springing up, and you need quality daycare. You're going to trust somebody with your child.
That's right.
There's a couple, great shout out, a couple little residents, as I like to call them, little residents handing out candy. Oh, that's a neat shout out, little parade goer. Antenna on.
Yeah, there's.
That's great. That's great.
Oh, man. That's what it's all about. Just come on out to the parade and have some fun. But there's just a good look at this huge crowd that is here today.
Yeah. It's cooled off, as you mentioned a little bit ago. It's cooled off a little bit. It's still warm, but pretty comfortable right now. That's a great-looking float.
UFO.
Cozy Little Cottage, they're using the Close Encounters angle of their float. Pretty neat.
"65 years for Papillion Days," and the theme this year, Fabulous 40s. It started obviously back in the 40s, and if you get a chance, look at some of the historical documents that come out. They've got pictures from the early days.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There you go.
And,
the Historical Society is doing a good
yeah.
job putting photos and documents out in their displays at the vendor area. And they're doing an appraisal show over here in the green area in front of the library. The history is important. Nebraska senior softball.
I'm surprised those guys can actually walk down the street
Now,
without
Tori,
help.
you're a senior softball player.
I know these guys.
I know.
Actually, I've been fortunate to play on a traveling tournament team with these guys. And we're in the middle of our season right now, and hopefully we'll make the playoffs. But
this is your 13th season of operation?
Yeah, we've been around. It started with just 2 teams. One team wore red, the other team wore blue, and they played each other every single game. Dave Banghart is the guy that got it started. He's retired from UP. And I'll tell you what, through Dave's working and his enthusiasm and compassion, he just ripped it and moved it.
Now they've got 170 players, and it's for men and women who are age 50 or older, which includes you.
That's right.
Your age.
That's right.
It does not include me.
No, that's right. You have another 45 years before you can join.
Yeah, that's funny.
So
the Curious Child Montessori School is next, and they're located in La Vista at 76th and Harrison. Serves kids 18 months all the way up to kindergarten. The Curious Child Montessori Preschool in La Vista.
sorry, I'm being made fun of by the Auxiliary Wives Club of the Nebraska Senior
all
Softball.
the senior softballers are giving Tori a hard time right now.
And they should.
Here's the Intertech Collision Centers, serving the metro area for your collision repair needs for 25 years. They have 7 locations in this area.
And it's in their name, but you think about what collision repair has done with the technology we have today. It's just amazing.
Their entry is a 66 Suburban, 1966 Suburban. That does not look like today's modern Suburban.
No.
That is something else. Look at how well cared for that thing is. They're true to their name.
They turned it into a lowrider.
That's nice. Here's Overland Hills Church, Childcare and Preschool. They've been in our community since 1974. They're just west of Trumbull Park Elementary. They have a Christian childcare and preschool, and they actually have almost 100 kids enrolled there. The theme of their float is the Treasure Tour, which is also the theme of their Vacation Bible School for this summer. VBS is coming up the 18th to the 22nd at Overland Hills.
You might not believe this, and if you do, it might scare you, but you are sitting next to a former Vacation Bible School teacher.
Hey, I taught it last year.
Good for you.
We're 2 of us.
Good for you.
Yep, that's a big part of summer offerings for all the churches in the area, all over the place. Look at that guy work that whip, man.
Yeah, I know. That's
Indiana
crazy.
Jones style. Well, that's going to be an exciting VBS. They got Indiana Jones. I can't compete. I mean, you and I might think we're a big deal for teaching VBS.
Yeah, but
we were in Indiana Jones, okay? But yeah, their theme this year is Treasure Tour. That's a nice looking float.
Yeah.
Good effort out of them.
Yeah,
They're located over by Trumbull Park Elementary.
And that's what I like about the floats that really get into the spirit of this theme of the parade. That's cool stuff. Square Dance Omaha. Okay, this is a group of local dancers, and their goal is to educate the public about today's square dance. You can get more info by going to squaredanceomaha.org. And for you computer challenged people like myself, that is actually on the internet. So go there and find out about square dance. Get involved.
You know, the last time I square danced, I was probably a grade schooler when we had a unit on it in physical education.
Yep.
So I'm glad to see. I know I have neighbors in my area who square dance and greatly enjoy it. It's a great way to stay active, get busy. They're playing live music which the crowd can hear and enjoy. Got some people swaying along with them here at the crowd.
Bow to your partner, bow to your corner, promenade. Away we go.
Wow, Tori's calling a square dance over here. Wow. You have the range of talents is amazing.
Yeah, that's because I don't have a life.
Here's a great shot of them square dancing right now. They got a little mini dance floor on their float.
Yeah, that's cool stuff. It's fun, though. And the people who like to do it, good for them.
There's Congressman Lee Terry's entrance.
Of course, he's our congressman for this district, U.S.
He has
district.
he's been representing this district for 14 years. That's 7 terms. Every 2 years is a term in Congress. He serves on the Energy Committee and the Energy and Commerce Committee.
And I remember when he was a city councilman in Omaha.
Yes.
Of course, his dad was well known as a newscaster at Channel 7 for many years.
Left down a man with a ring. I got so tight, I couldn't unwind. I saw so much.
See his supporters handing out their stickers. That's the other thing about the parades is kids come home with like 50 stickers.
Well, they get all kinds of stuff.
They come, when a 7-year-old looks down at a parade, look like the biggest political sponsor in the world. They got like 15 stickers on their front and back, all kind of. They don't care about party lines. Just give me a sticker.
No, that's all they want is the sticker, and that works well for the people handing them out.
Here's a Wellspring. This is a shot of Wellspring Lutheran Church's float. There's a guy cooling off, getting some, I don't know if that's a slushy or freeze pop there. Going right, kids are staying cool here. I didn't think we'd have to stay cold. I didn't think we'd have to find a way to hydrate today. I thought we'd get plenty of rain, but we're so fortunate. Again, it's not raining. Really nice float out of Wellspring Lutheran Church there. A lot of effort went into that.
Well, I like their theme too. Fabulous 40s of the Bible.
Of the Bible.
And it says it rained for 40 days and 40 nights.
Jesus fasted in the wilderness for 40 days. That's right. A really nice play off. Nice play off the theme.
Here you get a nice shot looking up on the north end, that rise we were talking about on South 84th. Of course, down here it's called Washington Street.
This is Costa of Sarpy County.
Another great organization that does a lot for people.
Yeah, I should take that acronym apart. That's the Coalition Against Sexual and Domestic Abuse. They do a lot of great work in the community and important cause.
Yeah, they get a lot of events that can involve youth, and they're very, very visible in our community. Yep. Right behind them, the Phase Diz Marching Dragons drill team.
They're the youth in our community who want to make a difference, is what they say. Now, and if they really had dragons coming down the street, people would be freaking out. I'd be a little scared, but I'm not scared of these young men and women. They're doing a great job with their drill team here. There's that bass drum. That's a hard day's work carrying that thing.
No, it's not light. Especially that's a traditional bass drum.
Yeah, so let's watch them here, right in front of our parade area, right in front of our broadcast area. There they go. That's a great shot of the flag with them marching right toward it. Here's American Family Insurance agent Tracy King. They're located right here on North Washington Street. And then there's Ken Summerfield, who's located on North Adams Street. American Family Insurance for all your insurance needs.
Of course, they got that nice Suburban pulling that trailer.